Hey guys, welcome back to Electrical Car Repair Live. Our mission in the garage is to save you guys as much money as we can. That's why we make these absolutely free videos and we teach you how to fix your car for free. Let's go ahead and start on it now.
If you have Mazda, guys, any Mazda such as Mazda 2, 3, 5, 6, Mazda CX, 3 CX, 5 CX, 7, even Mazda Miata, guys, and you're guys trying to figure out if your brake light switch works, if it doesn't. Okay, the brake light switch, if it doesn't work, it will affect your brake lights. They will not work, pretty simple, right? But also your cruise control will not work, traction control will be affected as well, so quite a few things, guys. Stay with us, guys, and we'll explain in today's video, guys, how we can test it without removing it. We'll show you guys what scanner we're using here at the shop. It's a very affordable scanner that it can pay itself off in just one-time use, guys. So let's go ahead, start on it, show you how to do that. In the meantime, guys, we'll have more than 200 videos on every car we get at the shop, because our mission is to save you guys as much money as we can. So please subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave a comment below, guys, and let us know if the video was helpful. So let's start on it now. So we'll be working here on a 2010 Mazda CX-7, but it should be about the same procedure, guys. For any Mazda you can use that computer if it's made past probably 1998, 2000. So that's your brake paddle right there, guys. So usually on top of the brake paddle, okay, this is your brake light switch. Mazdas, they tend to have really complicated brake light switches sometimes, so you have to be, guys, okay, you have to be certain that it's a brake light switch. Sometimes replacement is not as easy as you would think, and why to waste money on a new brake light switch when you can get one of those scanners, guys, okay, and find out for sure if that's the case. Okay, with that scanner I'll show you what you can do, not just on Mazda, on any car, guys, and you can find it listed in the description of the video below, guys. So I'll just connect it to the OBD port of this Mazda CX-7. I'll turn the ignition on. Okay, ignition is on, and this is, guys, the scanner. Now, as you can see, guys, you can read codes from the engine computer, ABS, brake computer, and airbag computer. You can do battery registration, quite a few things, guys. Super helpful too. So definitely worth the money. Now, I'll go to ABS and SRS. We'll select Asian because Mazda, it's an Asian brand. We'll scroll down to Mazda. And this works on pretty much any car, guys. It's amazing. And now we're going to wait for it to load. Okay. And we'll click automatic selection. So we don't have to manually, guys, okay, select what car we have. It may ask you a few questions. However, it doesn't have the advanced keyless entry. If you're not sure about something, okay, you can always find out online. It does have the TPMS, this is the tire pressure monitor system, and it gives us all the information about the vehicle. We click yes, this is the correct one. We click control unit, and now we need to select ABS, anti-lock brake, and traction control module. Now it's going to take just a little bit of time to communicate and connect with the computer. At the same time, guys, while it's connecting, okay, at one point you may see your lights blinking. Okay, that's perfectly normal. Okay, it depends on what tests you're doing, okay, and what data you're seeing, but if you see lights blinking on the dash, usually, guys, that's because it's communicating with the module. You can see it's at 80%, so it will be done anytime now. Almost there, 90. And later, guys, okay, will give us a few options. You can do active testing and all that stuff. You have special functions. You can do steering angle calibration, quite a few things, guys. So we'll go to live data. We'll click live data and then we'll select enter. Now it's communicating again. Okay, and I'm just going to select, guys, okay, select all. And we'll see all of them. And if we come, okay, to right here, guys, check this thing out. The third one in our case, yours might be a different number. It says brake on and off. Ours it says off, guys. I'm going to press on the brake paddle as hard as I can. Brake still stays off. I'll go ahead and even start the car now. Okay, car is started because my brake paddle got hard. Okay, and I'll press it all the way down. brake just stays off, guys. It doesn't change at all, as you can see, and you can see all the different traction controls and things like that. Stay with us. What I'm going to do now, I'll go ahead quick, replace the brake light switch and see if that will fix the problem. Okay, you can see how our ABS and traction control light is on. Okay, and this is normal, and we'll see if that will take care of the problem now. So I went ahead, guys. Okay, I replaced it. Now what we're going to do, okay, it says no communication here because we had the ignition off. Let's see if it's going to reconnect, or we have to go from the beginning. Yeah, it did connect, so that's good. Now I'll go ahead, press the brake pedal one more time. Okay, check what's going to happen now. Okay, it says on, so that's a good working switch now. So we had a back brake light switch. So hopefully, guys, the video will be helpful. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the channel.
Hopefully, guys, the video was helpful and we were able to save you money. We guys have more than 19,000 free repair videos on our YouTube channels. Check them out. We have videos that can save you thousands of dollars in future repairs. Thank you for watching and see you guys next time.